súper alta la música, tío.
Hola, hola. Good evening. Buenas tardes, mis amigos y amigas. I am Rocio Lopez Matthews, and we're coming to you live en vivo tonight from La Plaza de Cultura y Artes in downtown Los Angeles as we celebrate La Plaza's 10-year anniversary. So exciting. Es un placer. Uy, ya están empezando. Es un placer estar aquí con todos ustedes virtualmente. I am so happy to be back as your virtual hostess for the second year in a row for La Plaza's annual Pobladores Awards Gala. And what an exciting night! It's so exciting as we welcome back more than 300 guests in person to La Plaza campus. And we're going to honor those individuals who helped create this amazing organization back in 2011. So, sit back, relax, grab a beverage, preparen su bebidita y snacks, because we're about to bring you all the action as it happens here live, including some incredible entertainment like Lupita Infante. We're also going to share some special videos, and we're going to interview some of the special guests that are with us here tonight. And I also want to let you know that you can also actually be part of tonight's festivities and support La Plaza by participating in our silent auction. We have some incredible selection of items that include artwork from local artists, dinners at fine restaurants, airline miles, beautiful jewelry, and much, much more. Hey, the bidding is fast and furious, okay? So get your bids in soon. All you have to do is scan the QR code right here. Just point your smartphone to the QR code on the screen, and it's that simple to participate. I actually won my bid item last year's gala. I won. So I'm getting ready to bid on some items tonight as well. All right. Bueno, pues ya estamos empezando. Why don't we meet some of the people that are joining us in person here tonight to support La Plaza? We have a great... Woo! They're already calling us. The program is about to begin. The program is about to start. All the guests are getting seated. But I wanted to maybe meet some of the guests that are with us tonight. We have a great cross-section of our community with us. And I must say, everyone looks very nice, out in their festive attire, enjoying this beautiful evening. Todos se ven lindísimos esta noche, ¿eh? Y la verdad, pues qué bonito poder estar juntos en persona de nuevo este año, ¿qué no? Bueno, pues let's go see if we could talk to some people and see who we could interview. A ver. Hola. Hola a todos en esta mesa. ¿Qué creen? Nos están viendo virtualmente por Facebook y YouTube. Me encantaría entrevistar a uno de ustedes en inglés o en español. Federico, ven, te quieren conocer virtualmente. Here comes Federico. I just pulled him out of the table. Y ya viene bailando Federico. ¡Epa! Ya estamos disfrutando aquí en el evento de la Plaza de Culturas y Artes. Y baile que estamos. Vuelta, vuelta. Federico, ¿cuál es tu apellido?
Lanusa, Federico Lanusa.
Federico Lanusa. Bueno, nomás estamos entrevistando. We're interviewing some of the guests for tonight. ¿En inglés o en español quieres la entrevista?
English is better for me, pero en español está perfecto.
English
también.
it is. Está bien. Perfect. So I was just wondering, Federico, what is your association with La Plaza? And yeah, why are you here supporting this wonderful organization? Tell us.
Well, first of all, I'm a Chicano from way back in the 60s. I'm a UCLA graduate, Pepperdine graduate. You too. You're a Bruin.
Yeah,
okay.
Bruin.
And I got my 2 PhDs from San Diego State and 1 from Claremont.
Oh, es doctor Federico Lanusa.
Yes, sir. And I married a beautiful lady who's a Juilliard graduate. So I'm
Very talented family.
But I'm here because I know Federico. And Federico is the one, this is his shirt and his jewelry, and I'm just here to honor him. He's been a great, great jeweler and a great person here in the community.
And I think you can actually bid on some of his jewelry tonight, because that's what we do. We support the events, and we're supporting La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. Federico, un placer. Thank you so much. for letting me interview you. And you look very, very fantastic, very fabulous, I must say.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you so much, Federico. Hasta luego. Oh my gosh, it's so great to talk to some of our guests here in person. And actually, we'd also love to get to know you, our virtual guests. Please introduce yourselves and say hi in the comments section and let us know why you support La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. And I'm going to go ahead and check my Facebook and YouTube comments to see who is joining us virtually tonight. A ver, ¿dónde dejé mi teléfono? Where did I leave my phone? So we can check some of the comments on Facebook. Here it is. Thank you. Okay. A ver cómo van en el Face. ¿Quién está facebookeando esta tarde con nosotros en la Plaza de Cultura y Artes? I want to see. Oh, look at me. There I am live. So be the first to comment in the comment section and let us know who you are and why you're supporting La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, this beautiful space, beautiful organization. All right, so we are now in the cocktail reception of the evening, and I can actually see people enjoying the fine selection of Mexican wines from Valle de Guadalupe, Salvador's Mezcal from Oaxaca, and El Chapo and Kate. El Chapo and Kate? What is El Chapo and Kate, you ask? That is actually our specialty handcrafted cocktail for tonight. And if you're wondering what is in this cocktail, we got you. Here's a quick video of Chef Ivan Vasquez of Madre Oaxacan Restaurant and Mezcaleria showing you tonight's dinner menu created especially for this event and demonstrating how you can make the special drink in your own home to join alongside us and with tonight's program. Check out the video. Okay, we're going to go to the stage show now. Here's John Echevestes, CEO of La Plaza.
I want to, first of all, assure you that this is real. This is not Zoom, okay? We're really here tonight, okay? We're back. We're back for at least one good night. So it's so great to have you here tonight, back to La Plaza for the first time on campus in almost 19 months. And it's good to see you all and have you here with us. We're all familia. I know we all know each other, and we haven't seen each other in a long time. So it's so great to have you. And we've really got a very special evening for you tonight. We have some wonderful Oaxacan food coming to us from Madre Restaurant. We have a great silent auction in the back. There's some amazing items back there. Our La Tienda store will be open for a while, and our first floor galleries will be open for a while too. So you can check out the galleries there. We have an exhibit on Afro-Latinos that actually closes this week. So this is your last chance to see that. So we're here tonight to celebrate La Plaza's first decade. We're 10 years old. We're all of 10 years old, and we've accomplished quite a bit during that time, and you'll hear about that as we go through the program. To begin the program, we want to acknowledge, first of all, that where we are was part of the Tongva Nation of Yagna, and we celebrate that here. We have, as you know, on our property, next to La Placita Church, the city's first cemetery, where many of the original residents of Los Angeles were buried. So it's my pleasure to bring forward at this time Rudy Ortega Jr., and Rudy is the tribal president of the Fernando. Tell you what, he'll introduce himself. But Rudy is our tribal president, who's with us tonight to deliver a greeting and a blessing on behalf of the Tongva Nation. So, Rudy, happy to have you here.
Aminatam na Netawan Rudy Ortega Jr. Amne Noli Ortega. Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's great to be here. My name is Rudy Ortega Jr. This is my son, Noli Ortega. And as John said, I'm acknowledging my tribe. I'm Fernandino Tatavia. I'm going to have people who come from the village of Yah, and there are people there are called Yahavitam. And some of those folks are Gabalino people as well, which we know today as Gabalino Tongva. But I'm the tribal chairman, the tribal president of my tribe, and we want to acknowledge the ancestors of this area, and that extend throughout Los Angeles and also throughout Los Angeles County. So my son and I would like to sing a traditional song for you all, and it's a blessing song that we like to sing, and just to open up the evening. And we have multiple songs that we do when we sing these out, so we'll be honored to sing for you. Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, mena que ma'a, mena que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, mena que ma'a, mena que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, mena que ma'a, mena que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, mena que ma'a, mena que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, Paco que ma'a, mena que ma'a, mena que ma'a. Thank you. A little explanation of the song. My tribe is from San Fernando. We were taken to Mission San Fernando, where we were baptized, and we have the Spanish name of Fernandino, and we speak of San Fernando as we all call ourselves Angelinos. Our traditional name is Tataviam, which is people that face the sun. And that song that we sang is similar to a village or a city that we know as Pacoima. The root word is Paco, means enter, and Kima in our language means come. So what I literally sang was everyone come in and enter this area so we could celebrate. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Very important that you're here with us tonight. So we are back after 19 months or so of virtual captivity. We're here live and in person. And as we all know, this past year has been a very challenging year for our country, our community, and for La Plaza as well. We want to express our sympathy to those who we lost over the past 19 months to COVID. And we also want to acknowledge that the fight is not yet over. And I think that if we survive Trump, we can survive COVID. So in that regard, we ask that you please keep your mask on, except when you're eating or drinking, of course. And if you haven't yet, and I'm sure most of you have, please get the vaccine so we can get over this and get back to normal. So although it has been a challenging 19 months or so, we are resilient and we're determined. And although La Plaza was shuttered over the last 15 months, we continue to serve our community through new virtual programming that includes En Casa con La Plaza, which is offered 3 times a week, emceed by Abelardo de la Peña here, our Director of Marketing and Communications, who you'll see a little bit later. We've produced more than 200 episodes of En Casa during that time, featuring authors, children's programming, all kinds of people who have something important to say in our community. So it really gives us a opportunity to showcase the talent in our community. We've also produced In Familia con La Plaza, which is a children's program that's offered on Saturdays. And we've moved most of our exhibitions now to a digital platform so that you can enjoy them from the comfort of your home. And we've also brought an outdoor installation, which you may have seen walking in, which is called Only Light Can Do That by Patrick Martinez, a beautiful installation of over 30 neon signs that have graced the front of our building, which will also be coming down this week. So we're in transition. We're active and moving again. And we also last year presented our annual awards program on a digital platform where we honored Castelo de la Rocha of Ultimate, who is here with us tonight. Good to see you, Castelo, back live and in person tonight. And not with us, but of course, everyone's favorite band from East LA, Los Lobos. So it was good to have the Lobos last night. And you can still catch that program on our YouTube page as well. I don't know of any museum that has done more locally or nationally on a digital virtual platform than La Plaza. We have been extremely busy. As soon as we were closed down in March, we moved to that platform. And I want to thank our team who has led that effort, Abelardo, Jimena, Gina, Alicia, Karen, and their teams for keeping La Plaza open and accessible during the last 15 months. So thank you very much for that. I also want to acknowledge tonight the hard and really incredible work led by the nonstop Stephanie Luetta on the stage here, and Kimberly Chavez somewhere out in the audience, along with an able assist from, of course, Abelardo, Lisa Esparza, Sharon Renteria Gonzalez, and our entire staff who pitched in to make this evening possible. It's a lot of work, and they take this on in addition to everything else that they do. So we really appreciate them for a beautiful evening tonight. We thank you for that. I also want to say that as my tenure comes to a close at La Plaza later this year, I want to thank you all for making this the most fulfilling experience of my career. It's been an honor and a pleasure to work side by side with the guidance and the vision and the leadership of our board of directors, with the passion and constant commitment of our hardworking staff, with our supporters like all of you out here tonight, and with the artists, the historians, the chefs, the celebrities, the pseudo-celebrities, the wannabe celebrities, the curators, the educators, the musicians, and all the other characters who have walked through our doors these last 7 years, because they truly represent the rich cultural tapestry that makes Los Angeles the creative capital of the world. And here in our Latino community, we are at the center and the hub of that. I'm just happy to have been along for the ride, so I thank you all. It is now my pleasure to introduce our MCs for the evening, two veteran broadcast journalists who not only share our stories with the public every day, but give much of their personal time for important community causes such as this. So please welcome from ABC7, Giovanna Lara and Sid Garcia.
Okay, when I hear the music, I have to dance. Sid, right?
I'm Catholic and I have rhythm.
Thank you very much, John.
I have a
Muchísimas gracias.
quick question for the gentleman. Be honest. Is this the first time you've worn a full suit more than a year? It feels good to get out and about and dress like an adult instead of being in sweats and a t-shirt, right?
I kind of like the sweats and the t-shirt, though, I have to say. It was nice. Okay. Thank you again, John. Muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, señor.
Yes. It's our pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of ABC7 and the entire Disney family.
We are owned by the Walt Disney Company, in case you didn't know, so One of the biggest highlights of my life was salsa dancing with Minnie. I asked Mickey for permission first, and he said, so it's fun.
Okay. Are you going to read this?
You know what? Here's the beauty of being us. Born in Cuba, born in Texas, but we grew up here, and this is home. I like to see us as naturalized Californians. It was 1961 when my parents arrived here in Los Angeles, and City Hall was the tallest building in the city. And we needed this place. We needed a place to showcase us, our contributions to this beautiful city, whether it's entertainment, business, everything. Our roots go back hundreds of years in this city.
That's right. It's a place that we call home. And I remember being here in La Plaza just before the pandemic to cover a story for Vista LA on the amazing garden and culinary program that helps get kids on the right nutrition track. It's a great story that I'm glad we were able to share, because isn't it true that it really, truly takes a village to raise our children? And isn't it really true that kids never listen to what their parents say, so they have to come here to La Plaza and learn about healthy nutrition so that they will, process some of that and do it?
This place holds a lot of wonderful memories. For example, next door, my sister's quinceañera masses were there. For those of you guys who survived platform shoes and lowriders, yeah. And I am old enough to remember when the burro at Olvera Street was a live burro, and my late mother gave me the picture. So yeah, lots changed.
And of course, tonight we're celebrating La Plaza, a wonderful place, celebrating 10 years. Let's give a round of applause to La Plaza and to John. And we're so glad you're all here tonight, but we need you to be generous. We need you to think about how much La Plaza means to you, and open your wallets and please donate to the cause. We have a fundraising goal of $25,000, so please donate whatever you can. Any amount is appreciated. No amount is too small. And you can donate throughout the evening. Just look for the QR codes in your programs, on your tables, and use your phones. Get on those links and donate, please.
Silent auction.
Oh, yes, of course, there's a silent auction, which will be closing soon, and we'll alert you to that. But in the meantime, know that even beyond the silent auction, you can donate through those QR codes and those links. So let's get on with the program. Here now is the chairman of the La Plaza Board of Trustees and Senior Director of Government Affairs for the Pepsi Cola Company. Please welcome Lupe de la Cruz III.
Good evening. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees of La Plaza, it is my pleasure to welcome you here tonight. It goes without saying that this has been a trying year for all of us. I want to thank our board and the dedication of our staff and the determination of each and every one of you that made it through this year. Will our board members please stand to be recognized? I want to give a special shout out and thank you to our board member, Raul Bustillos of Bank of America, who chaired the gala committee. Thank you, Raul. I also want to extend a sincere appreciation to the sponsors that have supported us throughout the year. Most significantly, I want to thank the LA Arts Recovery Grant for a very unexpected and very, very generous gift of $1.2 million. That will go a very long way in addressing some of our major needs on campus. I also want to thank the Parsons Foundation and the Southern California Gas Company for major grants and $200,000 in support of the newest projects at La Cocina, opening up across the street later next month. I thank tonight's dinner sponsors for their support. You can see their names on the screen. I especially want to call out our presenting sponsor, the Nelson Del Rio Family Foundation, led by one of our founding board members, Nelson Del Rio. Our entertainment sponsor, Walmart, and our VIP reception sponsor, PepsiCo. Thank you all for what you do. In the face of adversity last year, our staff met the challenge with bold and new creative strategies to keep La Plaza robust and relevant. Just a few of those highlights are: we presented more than 200 episodes of En Casa con La Plaza. We presented 31 episodes of En Familia con La Plaza. We produced virtual and cell phone versions of 3 of our exhibitions, including LA Starts Here. We completed construction of La Cocina. And we resumed full-time operations on June 15th, welcoming visitors and organizations back to this beautiful campus. Here's a brief video highlighting just some of those accomplishments of the past 18 months since we closed La Plaza in March 2020, reopening this past May, where we are today.
I'm Abelardo de la Peña Jr., Director of Marketing. I'm Abelardo de la Peña Jr., Director of Marketing and Communications with La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, welcoming you to a special mini En Casa con La Plaza celebrating our 2021 Pobladores Awards, celebrating our 10th anniversary of La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. Let's bring on a special guest, Dan Guerrero.
Hi, I can't believe it's 10 years, Abelardo, 10 years. That's fantastic. I remember being at a meeting in Gloria Molina, spreading out these blueprints and talking about it. And I thought of my age. I thought, I'm never going to live to see this thing, but I did. And now you're in your 10th year. Felicidades. I just wanted to commend really La Plaza and John Echevest and all the team, because when the pandemic hit, I mean, everyone's world was upside down, obviously. And La Plaza, you guys moved fast, man. Good work. And among the things that you brought up, which I'm very glad about, was the happy hour. Now, I know that Louis, you and Los Lobos all know each other, but aside from your having done music for Pastorela, have you guys worked together? Have you worked together?
Well, I couldn't figure out a way to insinuate myself into their band when I first heard them in the 70s. I was so smitten. I was too shy to come back and say, well, I want to be Mexican with you.
You really never got a cultural identity. I mean, you didn't feel Cubana because you didn't really get fed any of that, right?
But I got fed.
What else you got? You got more?
By the way, this is a very special drink.
Cucumber, what I guess?
It's cucumber on ice.
Ooh, you're going to hell with yourself, boy. What we're doing, Abelardo, is so important because we're really creating a library of our history, of our stories, you know, and if we don't do it, who's gonna? So, yay, La Plaza.
Before the pandemic, we were scheduled to show the Carlos Almaraz Evolution of Forms, but we closed on March 14th, but the show went on. So we brought in the curator, Susana Smith Bautista, along with Elsa Flores Almaraz, Carlos's wife and fellow artist, to do an online virtual walkthrough. We started a program later on in the month in April called En Casa con La Plaza, featuring Mexican American Professor Mario Lopez, one of our associates at La Plaza, showing how to make papel picado. This one has got more than 20,000 hits on YouTube. And then some fabulous performers like Gabby Moreno, brought on by Beto Arcos.
I learned how to make nopalitos watching some of those. So you got some stuff to show us?
Celebrating more than 10 years here at La Plaza is Jimena Martin with En Casa con La Plaza Cocina, which are cooking demonstrations every Monday. She's brought on Jocelyn Ramirez from Todo Verde, Tirsa Farra from Tirsa's Cafe right up here on Cesar Chavez, demonstrating chicken enchiladas. And then Eliseo Lara, a master baker from Mexico City, showing us how to make Garibaldis. Our education department came up with En Familia con La Plaza family series, workshops, book readings, gardening demonstrations. Our exhibitions also went online. You can explore a 3D interactive virtual tour of LA Starts Here on your iPad or laptop and watch exhibitions on your cell phone by scanning a QR code. Coming soon, audio tours. We streamed our 2020 Pobladores Award. One of our honorees,
Castulo de la Rocha, founder and still heads Ultimate Health Services.
That's right. And here are our other honorees for last year. Los Lobos, East LA's best. Behind the scenes, we have our visitor services group, which we're preparing for reopening. And then finally, on April 19th, we reopened, and it was big news indeed.
Looking for a smaller outing with less of a crowd, La Plaza de Cultura y Artes is also reopening today. The downtown museum, which explores Latino history and culture in LA, can only have 50% capacity, but staff members are excited to get people back into their exhibits after more than a year.
It's amazing what you pulled together so quickly. It really is a tribute to because you don't have the biggest team in the world there. You know, I mean, you're a mighty team, though. What you all do is amazing to me. Salute you and your team and John and Gloria and everyone, your board, everyone. This is my very special La Plaza Tini. And I won't tell you what's in it, but it does involve vodka. Here's to you.
Wonderful collage of what we experienced this last year. I want to thank you all, and back to you, Sid and Juana.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lupe.
Thank you, Lupe. Hey, Giovanna, can I take care of a little housekeeping, please?
Go ahead, Sid.
Just down the street, no score, bottom of the first, Dodgers and Padres. Up north, Arizona, San Francisco, no score, bottom of the second. As you all know, Dodgers are 2 back. Go Dyers. And I will do my best to keep you posted on the scores, but if you see me getting really excited, you know who scored.
Yes. Thank you, Sid. So helpful. Okay, just a reminder, we are now in the final moments of the silent auction, so get your bids in now, please. And we have some great artwork from Frank Romero and Patsy Valdez. We have jewelry by Federico and much more. Hopefully you've checked it out. And remember, the holidays, they're just around the corner, right? It's a good time to start your shopping. So take advantage. We will now take a break to enjoy an authentic Oaxacan dinner prepared by our friend Ivan Vasquez from Madre Restaurant in West Hollywood and Torrance. And we'll be listening to some music and dancing of Tierra Blanca. Buen provecho.
Buen provecho.
An amazing start here at our annual Gala Los Pobladores at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. So as you can see, La Plaza has been extremely busy the past 15 months, even in the midst of a worldwide pandemic and quarantine. Even though the museum wasn't able to open its doors, they brought the museum directly into people's homes by creating a wide variety of streaming and recorded programming that makes it just like being here. So you can actually still view all of these videos and programs on the La Plaza website at lapca.org. Again, that's lapca.org. And also on the Facebook and YouTube pages at La Plaza LA. All right, right now, let's get some insight on what goes on at this incredible community institution, from exhibitions to family days to film screenings, and let's hear from the people who make it all happen. Check out these videos, and then we'll be back to resume the live program with special guests like former Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa and the wonderfully talented Lupita Infante. Check out this video. Wasn't that something? That was a bird's eye view of La Plaza's latest exhibition, Only Light Can Do That, by multimedia artist Patrick Martinez. They consist of 34 neon art pieces, creating a unique mural communicating social justice messages. You actually only have a couple of days left to experience it. It goes dark on September 30th. Now, before I show you the next video, I actually want to give a quick shout out to some of the people that are joining us live on Facebook. We have Estela Montes. Hola, Estela. We have Irma Montoya. We also have Mercy Bautista Olvera saying hello from West Covina. And we also have Michelle Pinelo saying, great work, La Plaza de Cultura. Keep it going. Thank you so much, Michelle. And we also have Heart Eyes from John Matthews II. He's actually my husband. Thank you, babe, for tuning in to our virtual gala. So, another exhibition that's going away soon is Afro Latinidad, Mi Casa, My City, a glimpse of our LA's Afro Latino community. And here's a short clip of the reception. Wow, what a lively event. Now, did you ever wonder who's behind all these wonderful events and work? Well, let's meet the senior staff at La Plaza as they introduce themselves to you, followed by a glimpse of what their first impression was of La Plaza.
Hi, my name is John Echevesti. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at La Plaza, and I started in September of 2014, so it's been 7 years.
My name is Natalie Moreno Cason. I am La Plaza's first Deputy Director, and I have been with La Plaza 3 years this November.
My name is Jimena Martin, and I'm Director of Public Programs and Culinary Arts, and I've been with La Plaza for 11 years.
My name is Gina Alicia Lopez Ramos. I am Director of Education here at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, and I've been with La Plaza for a little over 10 years now. I joined the team in February of 2011, just a few months right before La Plaza's grand opening in April of that same year.
My name is Stephanie Loera. I am the Director of Special Events and Program Partnerships, and I've been at La Plaza for about 6 years now.
My name is Karen Cruz Hendon, Senior Curator of Exhibitions here at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes.
My name is Kimberly Chavez, and I am the Director of Development and Membership at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. I began in April of 2018.
My name is Tracy Melissa Serrano. I am the Director of Administration here at La Plaza. I've been with the organization now 6 years.
My name is Abelardo de la Peña Jr. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications here at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. I started here in 2017, which makes it 4 years.
I first stumbled upon La Plaza when I was in graduate school, and at that time, La Plaza had just acquired the buildings and hadn't even started construction yet. And so it was just this website with a vision. And it seemed like a really exciting vision. And what was most interesting was that I could tell that La Plaza was filling a very obvious gap in the cultural landscape of Los Angeles. And what was most interesting was how long that gap had been largely overlooked. And so La Plaza at that point, when I first stumbled upon it, seemed so exciting and continues to be exciting today.
When I first came to La Plaza, my impression was of the beautiful mission statement and how endless possibilities there are here to create for our public.
Well, I used to come to La Plaza before I joined as a member of the staff, and when I visited La Plaza, what I felt was at home. It was, for me, a place where my culture, my idea of Los Angeles, of being Mexican-American, was all answered and understood.
So my first impression of La Plaza was that it was a quite magical place. I loved that not only was it a museum in downtown Los Angeles dedicated to Mexicans, Mexican Americans, and all Latin Americans, but that it was also a cultural center. So it was the best of both worlds.
Oh my goodness, we are here live at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes at our annual fundraiser. And actually, you can be a part of it too. Please join our silent auction. I think it's about to close soon, so get your bids in. You can also just donate and support La Plaza de Cultura y Artes and our wonderful programming by going at La Plaza LA or visiting our website, lapca.org. Now, what was your first impression of La Plaza? I'll tell you mine. Well, I love to dance salsa, and I've actually had the pleasure of attending some of La Plaza's Summer of Salsa outdoor concerts. They are so much fun, and I appreciate this space so much for its ability to allow us to celebrate our Latino culture and heritage. That's why it makes me so happy that finally, after more than a year of closure, La Plaza opened its doors again in April to 50% capacity. It has nearly resumed to its normal pace activity with public programming beginning this past May, including a reception for an exhibition that was due to open just a week after La Plaza closed its doors. Carlos Almaraz, Evolution of Form, which included a panel discussion and screening of the documentary Carlos Almaraz, Playing with Fire. Check out this short clip. By design, all institutions have to evolve, not only to survive, but to thrive. Here, the senior staff tells us how La Plaza has evolved over the past few years, from its opening just a short 10 years ago. Check this out.
La Plaza has evolved tremendously in the years, on many different levels. Of course, the original vision was to open the museum, which was fine. We realized that. But then what began to happen is we began to develop what we're calling a downtown museum campus. So that campus now includes, of course, La Plaza Village across the street. It includes the historic Paseo Walkway. And it also now will include La Cocina. And of course, we've also expanded and evolved into the community through the East Side Arts Initiative, which has awarded over $1 million in grants to artists and arts organizations in just the last 5 years. So that's been a big accomplishment too.
Wow, from 2 semi-permanent exhibitions to a couple of family days now, we have evolved to year-round shows and over 80 public programs. Everything from poetry, music, film series, book talks, and now the latest venture is our culinary program at La Cocina.
as we grow as an organization, there's a lot of additional HR and administration management. There is also the growth of security, the growth of our IT systems, and growing with technology, making sure we can keep up and we can produce all of the events that we do produce in a very technologically expert fashion.
Through the years, the organization has evolved quite tremendously. The organization now, I feel, is much stronger, much more organized. Our audits are getting done quicker. Everything just seems to be seamlessly.
Since I've been here, La Plaza has evolved in so many different ways. On a program level, in the quality of our work that we do, and the amount of work that we do in every way, from our programming, our events, exhibit spaces, our educational department, in our presence online. I mean, we have expanded immensely.
We jumped into the virtual realm. On the exhibition side, we created 3D virtual tours of our exhibits. We also brought in guide by cell phone tours where people can have an in-depth experience that they wouldn't normally get if they walked around the galleries. And I was able to work with our team at La Plaza and curate an exhibition with Patrick Martinez, who does paintings but also neon murals. So the entire building became a reflection in support of essential workers, but also the sentiments of the community and what we were collectively experiencing.
It's evolved since I've been here. We've been more strategic in using social media, for instance, our Facebook page, our Twitter, our Instagram, soon possibly to get into TikTok, to get the word out to the community as to what's going on at La Plaza and how they could get involved. Using our virtual technology via the En Casa con La Plaza program, to especially during the pandemic, which was vital to keep La Plaza in the public eye by continuing to do our presentations, our conversations, our performances, and our demonstrations via a way that people could really enjoy it while they were at home during the lockdown period.
La Plaza is going through a tremendous amount of growth. We have expanded our programming from 11 programs to more than 90 in a year. Our attendance has gone from 75,000 to more than 110,000 annually. And so what we're offering the community and the community members that participate in all of our programs, that participate in our online programs, are just continuously growing exponentially. And so it's really exciting to be at La Plaza during this time and to see and prepare for La Plaza's next evolution and what we'll be offering next.
All right, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at La Plaza LA. And actually, some more of you are saying hi on Facebook. So I'm going to read some of the comments. Well, Virginia Rosa says hello. Jamie Stanford Torres also says hello. Thank you for joining, Jamie and Virginia. Michelle Pinedo says, I can't wait to see Lupita Infante and Mariachi Lindas Mexicanas. We can't wait either. It's going to be amazing. Steve Torres says, so excited to be here with Congressman Esteban Torres and his family to celebrate La Plaza and our community. Thank you so much for joining, Steve. Michelle is asking, Rocio, will you be performing singing? Maybe at the end, I'll sing a few bars for you guys. If we get to our fundraising goals. Make sure you sign up for the silent auction, guys. Go ahead and get your bids in. Christina Anguiano says, the virtual community events offered during the pandemic really helped me focus on our beautiful contributions to the world. I feel as if Abelardo, Dan, and Jimena are all family. Oh my goodness. Your comment just got me teary-eyed. Thank you, Christina. Marisela Hernandez says, saludos de Venice. Saludos, Marisela. And Ruth Lopez Hernandez also says, saludos from East Los. Okay, Ruth, thank you. And Max Gallegos says, we want to see a John Echeveste sighting. He will be making an appearance very, very shortly. So stay tuned. Now, in the meantime, here's a couple more lively examples of the types of programs La Plaza has recently presented. A tribute to Selena with a Selena tribute band performance and a screening of the biopic Selena. Ooh, that's my favorite movie, guys. and followed by a look at the most recent family day, Fiestas Patrias, a fun event to launch Latino Heritage Month. Check out these clips. Oh my goodness, and we're dancing over here. We can't help. We're dancing mambo. So check out these moments of La Plaza's leaders. After you watch, let us know what's your favorite La Plaza moment. Add your comments on the Facebook or YouTube comment section. We're going to be back after this clip to join the fun going on live right here at La Plaza. It is so musical and so much fun. Check out this next clip.
The most memorable event at La Plaza has definitely been grand opening. Being part of that first team, opening our doors for the first time to our local communities was probably the most exhilarating. Seeing people engage with their exhibitions for the first time, touch buttons in our exhibitions for the first time, and be out on our outdoor campus for the first time was probably the most memorable thing that I've been a part of here.
I felt almost a haunting from my grandparents and other family members who are no longer with me, because it was a good haunting, because as I walked through, everything came to life as to everything that they told me about their childhood, growing up in LA or growing up in Mexico and then coming across to LA. So for me, it was a real sense of feeling that I'm in the right place. This is where I belong.
Wow, my most memorable moment here at La Plaza, there's been so many, just with let alone being exposed to the different public programs and our education tours and meeting individuals who I never thought I would meet that have played a vivid role in the Chicano and Chicana world. I think that's just always been, so to pinpoint one, I can't pinpoint one. There's just been so many of meeting Dolores Huerta, Edward James Olmos, or just figuring out the stories of repatriation, and it just is a constant eye-opener and makes me even prouder of my heritage.
I think one of my most memorable moments at La Plaza was being a part of Family Day and seeing during a really difficult time how so many people came to La Plaza, and hearing people say that La Plaza is an extension of their home because it feels friendly, it feels familiar, and it feels safe. And so being around families and performers and having the entire space activated during a family day, during a really difficult year, was really special for me to see.
Wow, that's a lot. It's hard. It's really hard to pinpoint one. I mean, I guess the first really big event that I experienced here was the time we did the first Selena film screening. And I was just amazed at the number of people who were here, the enthusiasm that they showed, the way they were dressed up, and their kids were dressed up as Selena. I remember the line that snaked all the way down the walkway down to Cesar Chavez, waiting to get an autograph with her husband. So that was a very memorable event. I mean, all of our dinners have been great. When we've had Cheech here, when we've had Linda Ronstadt here, that was a great show that we put together with all the talent that we had there. But at the same time, too, it's always fulfilling to be here at a family day, or just to be walking through the galleries and to see a family enjoying what we're doing.
Wow, that's incredible. I love hearing about people's fond memories and experiences at La Plaza. This is such a beautiful night. Thank you so much to everyone that's joining us virtually. Even though you are not here physically, we feel the love. I'm reading your comments and I'm getting teary-eyed. So Camila Owen says, from Camila Torres, watching with my dad, Congressman Torres. What a great night. Thank you so much, Torres familia, for joining us and sintonizándose a esta noche. Muchísimas gracias. Also, Heidi Torres also says, I'm here sitting with my grandfather, Esteban Torres, and I am so proud and honored to be sharing this night with him. Oh, that's beautiful. And they're still saying, please say hello to your grandpa. Love him. Okay, you guys are just having fun and having your own party virtually. We love to see that. Remember, you can also participate in the silent auction. It's going on right now. I think there's like some winners that are getting some really, really great items, from jewelry to airline miles to beautiful paintings and artwork by local artists. So make sure that you check out a silent auction. And also, if you just want to support La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, feel free to donate. There's no amount that's too small. Any amount is welcomed, because this is such a beautiful community space that we just love to be able to involve our community and our familia and just be able to go on for another 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, to infinity and beyond. We're only in the first 10 years of La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, and already look what we have achieved. Look at the beautiful space that we have created for our Los Angeles community. It's just absolutely breathtaking. Well, pretty shortly, we're actually going to be recognizing 25 people who founded La Plaza 10 years ago. That's going to go on stage, and in just a little bit, we're actually going to have amazing entertainment by Lupita Infante. If you recognize the last name Infante, she is related to Pedro Infante, is la nieta, the granddaughter of Pedro Infante. So I cannot wait to see her sing. I've heard her sing before, and ooh, makes me cry. Lupita Infante is amazing. Also, we're going to be having Mariachi Lindas Mexicanas. And if you haven't noticed, behind me, we've been having some amazing folklorico youth groups dance for us and entertain our wonderful guests here live. So it's just an amazing night, and we just thank you so much for being a part of it as well. Well, I'm actually kind of curious to see who else is here joining us tonight. We have a wonderful guest that's coming my way in a beautiful aqua blue outfit. Hola. All right. ¿Quieres hacer la entrevista en inglés o en español? En inglés. Perfect. That's wonderful. So we have here an amazing guest, and I'm going to have her introduce herself and how she is associated with La Plaza.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Carvajal. I'm a board member, a very proud board member of La Plaza.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Lisa. How long have you been a board member, and why was it important for you to support La Plaza de Cultura y Artes?
I've been a board member, I think, it's been over 4 years, and it's incredibly important because I think as a mom, especially to have a space where I can bring my girls to learn about their culture and their roots, it's really important. It's a beautiful space, and for me, it just gives me great pride to be associated with La Plaza.
That is so beautiful. Can you tell us one of your favorite memories of an event here at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes? An event or just a time that you've been here with your family that you've just held close to your heart?
Actually, just a few years ago, we baptized my niece next door. And after that, I was able to actually bring my entire family. So my husband, my mother, my brother, my daughters over to La Plaza and walk through. And I think that was a really special day because I was able to bring my family to see part of what I do that they don't get to see often, and also introduce them into a new space. So
that's incredible, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Whether there's an event here or not, this space is open for the community. So make sure that if you're in the Los Angeles area, you come check it out. Thank you, Lisa. We're going to head back over with the MCs, Sid Garcia, and our MCs are going on right away. So
It was simply delicious. By the
should
way,
we have
if I
one
may.
more guest, or should we go to the
San
stage?
Francisco.
One more guest. All right, come on, guest. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hola. Bueno, come on. Let's get close. Let's get close by. We wanted. Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much. So, ¿cuáles son sus nombres? What are your names?
Yo soy Chef Ramiro de la Casita Mexicana.
Fantástico.
Yo soy el chef Jaime Martín del Campo de la Casita Mexicana.
De la Casita Mexicana, we got them representing right now. ¿Me puede decir un poquito? Can you tell me a little bit why La Plaza de Cultura y Artes is one of your favorite spaces? ¿Por qué les encanta la
Oh my God, la Casa de la Cultura y Artes represents us. So we have to give the best of us. It's a representation of the Mexican culture, and we are the Mexican cultures, all of us.
Yeah, I would say it's one of the favorite places because finally just get to pay homage to ancestors, to everything. It's good. I feel so good every time I'm walking into this place. It's like, oh my God, this is real Mexico. That's where my parents, grandparents come from. And I feel if I'm being myself here, me as a chef and Ramiro, we're going to be part of La Cocina pretty soon too. So make us so happy just being here. So.
Qué fantástico. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much.
We are ready for La Plaza, La Cocina, because Jaime and I are here and we're ready for the cooking classes and the cooking demos.
You heard it here first. If you didn't know, we have cooking classes, culinary arts in the building. And thank you so much for telling us about that amazing program. Amazing. Well, it looks like we're going to head back to our stage programming. Muchísimas gracias. Y hay que decir,
While everybody was talking, they acknowledged our servers. I'd like you all to give them a hand for serving us today. I grew up in a home where we had to serve ourselves. So whenever I have an opportunity to say thank you to the servers, thank you very much. And two, I heard that Dolores Huerta's in the house. Can you all stand for an icon, for a fighter, for a woman who has never, ever forgotten where she's come from? Give a big hand to Dolores Huerta. I first met Dolores when I was 15 years old, walking and talking and fighting for the boycott. And she's as young today as she was back then. I'm 68, so you do the math. It's great to see you, Dolores. I want to thank you all for being here. It seems like only yesterday that Gloria called me. I was mayor at the time, and she said she wanted to build a new Latino museum in these two dilapidated but historic buildings, and she needed my help. Now, you got to understand something. Anybody who knows Gloria Molina and knows me knows that for 30 years, me ha jalado las orejas, ¿ah? No, en serio. Me ha jalado las orejas, like constantly. So I'm mayor, and, you know, she was still jalando las orejas. And I said to her, Gloria, like, that's going to take a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of money. She said at the time that every year from the beginning, she began to put money aside for this dream. And of course, as I started out saying, you'd never say no to Gloria. And if anyone could get the job done, it was her. Yes, please. Let's get excited. Let's get excited here. I don't have to tell you that it wasn't easy. You know, a few of us were saying that, you know, we're 50% of this town, and oftentimes it feels like we're invisible. But money was hard to raise. Some people even questioned the need for such a museum. And as you know, we have many ethnic museums in this town, but people had the audacity to question that. And the buildings had more problems than any of us could have expected. But again, if you know Gloria, that didn't deter her and her team. And I don't know if any of that team is here today, but if they are, can you please stand? Because when Gloria was screaming at me, I would always call you and tell her, come on, tell her to calm down a bit. So on April 9th, 2011, I was thrilled to be LA Plaza's first honoree at its inaugural gala held out here on Main Street. And some of us were here that night. It was a glorious night and the realization of a dream. And look how much we've accomplished, led by Gloria, in these 10 years. This museum is now recognized as a thriving Latino hub of Los Angeles and is one of the nation's premier Latino museums. You've gone far beyond the original dream by building the LA Plaza Village, bringing new housing and economic vitality to El Pueblo for the first time in decades. And with the opening of the walkway, the cocina, and the new vibrant programming and expositions, LA Plaza continues to grow and serve. At last, our stories are being told in a setting that befits all that we've contributed to the City of Angels from its very foundation. So join me now. But before I say this, let me say something about the other two real quick. Of the three of the honorees today, Gloria Molina, obviously, Antonia Hernandez, and Miguel Santana, Miguel is the only one I've ever been able to tell what to do. Because the other one, que me jaló las orejas since 1977, when I was at the LA Center for Law and Justice working for her on that important case that the two of you worked on back then, the sterilization of Latina women at the General Hospital. These two women have been icons in this community, leaders who have led all along the way. And on behalf of all of you, I just want to say these three people couldn't be more deserving of this honor. Let's join me for a video clip, please.
I'm Gloria Molina. I'm a retired Los Angeles County. Supervisor, but most importantly, I'm very proud to be one of the founder
of La Plaza Cultura y Artes.
Bueno, me llamo Antonia Hernandez. I am the president of the California Community Foundation and the co-founder with my comadre Gloria Molina of La Plaza.
I'm Miguel Santana. I'm the president and CEO of the Weingart Foundation, and I was one of the worker bees that helped Gloria and Antonia put this together.
Most cities have a founders museum. The city of Los Angeles does not have a founders museum, and of course it was founded by the Mexican Pobladores and has become a very Mexican-American city. So we wanted a place to tell our stories.
For me, this idea of a Mexican museum or Mexican-American museum started like 15 years before the realization of La Plaza. Quite frankly, this came to be because of the fact that Gloria was on the County Board of Supervisors. And it goes to show you the importance of having people like us in positions of authority, in positions of power. The idea of where to place the museum was really important. And it turned out to be perfect because this is where LA was found. And this is the beginnings of Los Angeles.
At the end of the day, the location is a perfect location for us. This facility is a county facility. It's one of the county's museums.
We can't underestimate how important it was that La Plaza is part of the infrastructure of county cultural centers.
Congressman Esteban Torres was instrumental. This is something that he had dreamed about for a long, long time. In creating our mission, it was really wonderful to have this well-rounded kind of founding board of directors that we had. We were fortunate to be joined by Andrea Rich, who was with LACMA. She knew the ins and outs of creating an institution of this type. And of course, we had a developer with us, Doug Ring. Doug Ring had come here, and because he's also on the Children's Museum Board, and he had looked at this building and he said, I'm not sure that this can be restored. All of these people made their own contribution one way in participating. Antonia was one of the founding board members.
Federico.
Of course, Federico. Jimenez, who is Oaxacan and was a big part of it. And of course, he helped us with so much of the fundraising and understanding. Those were trying days, like anything else. It was very, very hard to begin, and sometimes you wanted to just walk away from it. But our mission was so very important. We persisted, and that's why today we're so successful.
Well, this building we're in now didn't have a roof.
It had no roof.
The water came down, all the wood that we see around us was rotten. And it was hard to imagine how this could emerge from that kind of decay. It was a turning point, you know, not an easy one, as Gloria remembers, to decide, yes, it was worth saving these structures because of the historical nature of this neighborhood, the history behind these buildings, in the history. Critical that we focus on the mission and the programming. So the structures tell a part of the story, but when you leave La Plaza, the most important thing you come out of is what you learn when you're here.
Every step for me was overcoming another obstacle. And so, you know, even when this place opened, you know, it was who was going to lead it. And I think what makes it unique is we didn't relent.
Yeah.
We stuck with it. They gave us this broken up building and said, this is it, because we wanted to build a new building. We weren't going to be sidetracked from this, that we wanted something that reflected who we were. It's a Latino museum, but really it's a Mexican-American museum.
But as important, it really is about celebrating our community and our food, our music, our art, our literature, and from that standpoint, it wasn't meant to bring you down. It was really meant to uplift us.
It reflects our community, and it's a welcoming place where you don't feel that you don't belong.
It is in the public's interest that La Plaza exists.
And today, when we look at the work that is being done here, we have the most marvelous staff. They understand programming, they understand what the community needs, and I think it makes it a very vibrant kind of a facility. Today's programming is so rich and so wonderful, and a lot of it has to do with the quality of the staff people that are here, their dedication as well, and they're pushing it a little. I think they've really taken the mission to heart and have moved it forward in such a big way.
And what's been really sort of moving for me especially is to see how the board has evolved. Now the board has professionals from all over the region who are, bankers and folks who are developers who understand the complexity of Los Angeles and who really have embraced that mission, that purpose, that vision, and really have taken it to the next level.
And now we're going to be opening the cocina because we know that our food is one of the biggest contributions that we have made. So we're celebrating all of that. And so it's going to be exciting to share the historical aspects of our food.
But let's be honest.
Yes, I was going to say.
This would have not happened without these two women. Son tercas.
True, true.
Some would say chingonas. And there was no way they were going to allow this to fail.
The challenge is, how do we develop a community of donors to sustain this facility? We need to develop our own donors, our own givers. The hard part was getting it to where we are today. The future hard part is, how do we sustain it? And the other challenge is, how do we incorporate the contributions of the Salvadorian community, of the Guatemalteco community, of the indigenous community? Because this is not fixed in time. It has to evolve and grow to where we are today and where we're going to become in the future.
My favorite moment. But when the children are here, that to me, they sit around, they go into the garden, they pick some vegetables, and they put together a salad, and I love the curiosity that they have, the interest they have, they're paying attention, and it's just, they're bonding with Plaza, and I think that's the beauty of it. And I'm gonna see them grow, and they're gonna continue to come.
I think it was, for me, it was the dinner in which we celebrated Linda Ronstadt. And when she came to La Plaza, you could tell that it was a very special event for her. And to me, it was bringing that person to La Plaza to honor her. It was, okay, this is what La Plaza is about. Yeah, we have to raise money, and yes, we have to have dinners, but meaningful recognition of the people who are part of the struggle of our community. To me, that's what sticks in my mind.
I just recently started a job at the Weingart Foundation, and I had an opportunity to meet with each member of the staff. And I asked one member of the staff, who I was just trying to get to know, I asked him, and who told me he really loves the arts, and he was hoping that Weingart supports the arts more, in which we are. And I asked him, so if you have friends that are coming to Los Angeles, and you could only take them to one place, where would you take them? And he said, La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. He goes, have you heard of it? And I said, yes, I have. I'm very familiar with it. And I asked him why. And so he told me, well, there's no place like it in LA. It tells the history, it celebrates our community.
But at the end of the day, I mean, we're very proud of what has been going on. I'm so proud of the work that's been done. And again, I want to pay tribute to John Echeveste and the entire staff, because they have done an absolutely amazing job in moving forward what we started as a mission and just taking it steps forward. And so I see ourselves having a bright future and that we're going to play a very significant role in the well-being and the growth of Los Angeles.
Gentlemen, please welcome LA Plaza founders, Supervisor Gloria Molina, Antonia Hernandez of the California Community Foundation, and Miguel Santana of the Weingart Foundation.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? 10 years, of tremendous success. It is such an honor to have so many of you here, and particularly an honor when I come to Plaza and see the vitality of so many people enjoying what we share. You know, we always wanted a place like this, and we're so proud that now today we have this wonderful institution here in downtown Los Angeles telling our stories, our very own stories that are very important, the ones that we want our children to know. Unfortunately, not in our textbooks, but the contribution of all of our families, all of our parents have been significant. And we all know, particularly as Latinos, as Mexicanos, that for our families, it's always been hard, no matter what. But we stay ourselves dedicated to it. We're passionate about our culture, our families, our celebrations, and who we are. We have tremendous pride in all the work that we do every single day, no matter what that job is, no matter what that effort is. And Plaza is here to showcase that every single day, every single moment. I thank so many of you who have joined us here today. I look forward to the many years that we will continue to celebrate all of these stories. This institution is going to grow. It is going to be significantly more important every single day as the children who come here eventually bring their own families and remember those days when they were children and the kind of benefit that they received. And we're going to see it time and time again that they're going to have fantastic stories to share with their family, and they're going to be important stories about the kind of contributions that they have made to Los Angeles, because we have made this city, this community, this entire region as great as it is because of the contribution of Latino Mexicanos and all of those families that struggle so hard every single day and are proud of who they are, where they come from, and who they belong to as families and ancestors. So I join with all of you in celebrating. So proud. Tengo tanto orgullo de estar aquí con todos ustedes en esta celebración, porque es tan importante para cada uno de nosotros. Muchísimas gracias por este honor.
Well, I think Gloria said it really well. I do want to acknowledge that there were many other folks, and particularly Federico Jimenez, who really worked really hard. We're celebrating the 10th anniversary, but for Federico and I, it's more like 25 years. So that recognition, and Doug Ring, who's not here with us today, and Andrea Rich, it was a collaboration of many people, not only Mexicanos and Latinos, but others who understood the importance. And I want to reiterate what Gloria said. As Latinos, as Mexicanos, we have made so many contributions to the evolution of this society, and yet we're not recognized for it. You know, I used to tell people when I was in Maldives, everybody loves our food, they love our music, they love our architecture, they just don't like us. And in many ways, we need to take pride in who we are, to acknowledge the contributions that we have made, not just today, but throughout the history of this country. And places like this is the reflection of our culture, such as it is, rich and beautiful. And, you know, as I think about the struggle, you know, my world is the legal world, the civil rights world, the philanthropy world. But in reality, it's culture that transfers from generation to generation. And it is our obligation of people in this room to perpetuate that culture. La idioma, la lengua, you know how we express ourselves, our love of family, our communal nature, that we not only care about ourselves, but our family and our community, because these are attributes that will make this country great. So thank you for the recognition, and it's a beautiful place. And John, you've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias.
So when I said I was a worker bee, I meant it.
At the time that I was working for Gloria, and I think Antonio and I were just sharing that we both have stretched out ears because of these two women. I was also raising a family, so I have 4 daughters, and let's just say that I spent so much time and effort and earned some of the ganas that I have in my head because of La Plaza, that my 4 daughters call La Plaza the 5th daughter because of what a significant part it is to me and our family. The work was hard, and it was there was a lot of pride in what we did. But I was just one of many worker bees. And so I really want to acknowledge the Molenistas who are here tonight, who played such a big part of putting the vision together, fighting with the county to make sure it got done. This was a sense of mission for us. It wasn't just a job, there was a much larger purpose. The last thing I'll say is that, the story of La Plaza is the story of Los Angeles. This era of Latino leaders that we are fortunate to be a part of, we were all stewards of that history, of that legacy. But La Plaza is going to outlive all of us. It is now a part of the fabric of county assets, where the taxpayers are in fact supporting its existence, and that's why it's so strong. And all of you are now part of that community as well. So I want to thank all of you as well. At this time, I'd like to ask Lupe, Vice Chair, Andy Carrasco of the gas company to join us and to assist in the presentations. Will the honorees please come forward onto the stage? They will each receive a signed print by artist Jose Ramirez that symbolizes our theme of El Arbol de Nuestra Comunidad, honoring our roots and empowering our future. Please join us on stage, Jose. These are the people who shared Gloria's vision and opened up their wallets, their contacts, and their resources to make La Plaza a reality. 10 years later, we want you to know that we will be forever grateful. Please take a step forward when your name is called. I'd like to first recognize the members of our founding board of trustees. Antonia Hernandez. Nelson Del Rio, our presenting sponsor, who is represented by his son, Nelson Del Rio Jr. Federico Jimenez. Gloria Molina. Yolanda Nava, Theo Roman, Jerry Ruiz, Cynthia Theas, our new ambassador to Costa Rica. And of course, Congressman Esteban Torres, who is unable to attend and is represented by his grandson, Diego Torres Caso. Also unable to join us tonight are Walter Ulloa and Eva Longoria. We are especially grateful for the guidance and leadership of our founding chair, Esteban Torres. The congressman very much regrets that he will not join us tonight, but did want to extend his greetings through this message.
Good evening, I'm so happy. Good evening, I'm so happy to be here with you. My wife, Arcee, joins me virtually in having you present tonight as we thank the Plaza de Cultura and Artes for the great work that they have done in this city and beyond. I must say that I want to thank Gloria Molina for initially asking me whether I would want to serve on such a board, to which I agreed. I'm so happy that I did. And actually, I have to talk about the staff being so concerned and involved with Plaza de Cultura y Artes in their daily work. They work so hard to make sure that the contributions of our community are shown across the state and beyond. It's important that their work be recognized, and I do so, and I ask all those here tonight and beyond to do the same. So I want to thank you for your kind attention, and I wish you an evening and a good night. Thank you.
Another round of applause, and we're going to take a picture.
Esta nueva cumbia que suena hoy, a sonar de gaita, tambor y voy a darle la gracia al gran maestro que siembra ritmo en mi corazón. Esta nueva cumbia que suena hoy, a sonar de gaita, tambor y voy a darle la gracia al gran maestro que siembra ritmo en mi corazón. Y en mi corazón vive la cumbia, y en el tambor vive la cumbia, y en mi corazón vive la cumbia, y en el tambor vive la cumbia. And everything will be on telephone.
As people are leaving the stage, I want to particularly honor some of my staff people who worked very hard. Luisa Olagi, raise your hand, Luisa. She found all the money. Her and Miguel together, they were quite a team. Aviana, who was amazing. At one point, there was a low, like I'm never going to go forward, and she gave me the boost that I needed, and I really want to thank her. But I also want to thank Nicole England, who was instrumental in helping us with the building every step of the way, and believe me, with the county, it's very hard. Alma Martinez, who was amazing in everything that she did. She directed the staff and really did a lot of behind-the-scenes work. And, of course, our very own Angie Castro, who's still with us and working every single day, who is an inspiration to all of us and keeps going every single day. So it's an honor. But thank you, all of you, for being a part of it. It was a tremendous contribution. I'm particularly proud of many of the original staff that started with us. We wanted to thank them all. So thank you for joining us. It's really an honor. What happened now? I have no idea what's
Y en Colombia y en Panamá, toda la costa caribe y más, la gente baila la nueva cumbia que fluye toda América. Y en mi corazón vive la cumbia y en el tambor.
Okay, and we're going forward with more recognitions. And this is the La Plaza original staffers, Gina Alicia Lopez Ramos and Isema Martinez, former CEO, Director Jonathan Yorba, staff member David de la Torre. Unable to join us tonight, former interim CEO Ed Avila. And to those who we have lost through the years, but remember for their contributions, Gerald Lewis, represented tonight by his sister Trini Lewis, Andrea Rich, Douglas Ring, and of course a special, hey you, Gloria.
Now it's myself. Okay. Again, thank you so much. As we said before, La Plaza Cultura y Artes is a institution that tells our stories, and we talk about past and certainly the present as well as the future of Mexicanos, of Mexican Americans, and of Latinos throughout the region. We wanted this to be a living history book, and it is. We wanted to preserve our stories, our customs, and our traditions. This is what we envisioned for La Plaza when it was just a concept. The stories left out of the history books, the stories being shared today, and those yet to be told. From the Palomares to the Sepulvedas to the Pio Picos to the many who came before us, and to everyone in the present, including all of you who have made an impactful contribution to shaping our region, giving us the powerful and historic making stories that we're proud to share with the world. But there is a very, very special leader that we value and we want to appreciate. And everyone here knows him. As I've always said, John Echeveste is a very low-key guy, but he's an amazing leader in every single way. La Plaza would not be La Plaza today with the kind of leadership that he has inspired. I am always admired from afar how this gentle giant, and really in his own way, has been able to inspire the staff to do amazing work here every single day. When I come here and I see the children benefiting from whether it be the garden, whether it be our programming, whether it be coming with their families and sharing their stories, it is wonderful. And all of it has been happened because John was that leader. And it was because of Esteban Torres calling us and said, you know, Gloria, I think John Echeveste would be a good leader. And it's interesting because John and I go way back and he's so low key and we've known each other forever. I wasn't sure if he could head up such an institution, but I'm so glad I was so wrong. We tried him out and he has been doing amazing work. And when he called me that day to said, because we picked him up when he was already retiring when he started out with us. And he called me that day. And somehow I had a sense that he was going to tell me that. And I said, John, do not tell me you're retiring. And he said, I am. And it was sort of discouraging and disappointing because that meant we had to find someone else. And I don't think there is anyone like John that can provide the kind of leadership that we've seen through these last years. But we're going to try, and he's going to help us along the way. And we at Plaza here, all of us today, want to pay tribute to this great man who has been so much a part of it. And he isn't a 40-hour guy at all. If you know anything about Plaza, John is here all of the time. He sets a very high bar for everyone as far as working. And so we're very, very proud of him. He has been our leader, our CEO, our fundraiser, our inspiration, our go-to, and he just has brought so much integrity and credibility to Plaza. I can't tell you how proud I am, and I know that the board and all the people who are up here, Lupe and everyone who is serving on the board, have been moved and inspired by the work that John does every single day. So, John, we want to bring you up here. We want to provide you a special recognition. He didn't know this was happening, and it's my honor to be a part of paying tribute Would you all please stand? This man deserves a standing ovation from all of us.
Can I please ask the La Plaza Board of Directors to join us on stage? We sincerely thank you, John, for your dedication to La Plaza. We present to you this beautifully framed piece that he selected actually for tonight. So I think he had this in mind. Gracias, John.
Mil gracias, John.
Esa mirada que inspira peca, ese pasito que mueve tu cuerpo, esa boquita que quiero comer. Es lo que adoro.
John, if you would share a few words, please.
A few words. Thank you. I'm looking for my script, but this wasn't planned or prepared. But I just want to thank all the board members because every one of them has been so helpful in so many ways, day in and day out. This is an amazing group of board members. So let's give them a round of applause because they really deserve that too. Okay. And you know, working at La Plaza these last 7 years has been invigorating. It's been fun. It's been challenging, and every day has presented new opportunities, new adventures. And I leave the day feeling like we've really accomplished something, and we've really done something for the community and for our future. And you can only do that with a great team, and that's what we have here at La Plaza with our board. And with our incredible, amazing staff here who has done so much and give so much day after day. So I thank them all for that too. It's nice. It's great to be recognized. I appreciate the credit, but don't for a second think that I did this all by myself, because certainly I didn't. And it's been a very difficult decision to decide to leave because I really enjoy what I do. It's fun every day. As Gloria says, it's always fulfilling to see the kids out here in the garden and going through tours. It was great to be here on Sunday and see over 1,000 people enjoying our salsa concert that we had. It was great last week to see Dolores Huerta and David Damien here for the Farm Worker Justice. So there's so much activity happening here at La Plaza. And that's what we want to be, and I know that that's what we'll continue to be, is a vibrant, integral part of the community that gives so much back because we get so much from the community that we serve. So I just thank you all, and I have, as I've been telling people, I have no plans for the future except a nice long nap, and once I do that, I'll decide what I do next. But again, thank you all. It's been a hard decision, but I've now kind of reconciled myself with it. And I look forward to continue to seeing you and continuing to see the good work that La Plaza continues to do. So thank you all very much. Thank you. Well done? Okay.
Ese pasito que mueve tu cuerpo, esa boquita que quiero comer, es lo que adoro y me mata de ti. ¿Por qué te alejas de mí? Si no he acabado contigo. ¿Por qué te alejas de mí? Si no he acabado contigo. Sabes muy bien que quieres conmigo y sabes muy bien responder. Quiero viajar y perderme en tu cuerpo, rozarte el arco de tu espalda, mamá, para crear calentura.
Is Antonio Champa here from Supervisor Ida Solis's office? If you are, recognize him. Thank you very much for coming down and representing Supervisorial District 1. Antonio, if you're here. For all of you who have invested the time into this wonderful place, my mother taught me this saying when somebody does something nice for her, que Dios te lo pague. May God repay you for this wonderful institution. And thank you all for making La Plaza this vibrant, important institution for us here in this beautiful city. Please welcome to the stage now the Senior Director for Community Relations for Walmart Stores and a past La Plaza Chair. Please welcome the Honorable Javier Angulo.
Thank you. I so much appreciate it. I mean, this is like my favorite time of the year to be able to spend it with all of you tonight. I especially want to acknowledge my two bosses that started my career, Antonia Hernandez and Gloria Molina. Antonia Hernandez was my first boss ever out of college. And so I learned the tricks of the trade from Antonia. So really appreciate that. So before anything, I want to thank John and I want to thank Sid. But I want to move, I know I have another special message from San Francisco for John. Take a listen.
Hi, it's Linda Ronstadt sending my congratulations to La Plaza and its founders on the 10th anniversary of this important institution. La Plaza celebrates the cultural influence of Mexicans, Mexican Americans, and all Latinos in Los Angeles. And special congratulations to John Echeveste for his leadership and dedication to La Plaza, and to all the honorees this evening. Happy retirement, John. Hi, it's Linda Ronstadt sending my congratulations to La Plaza and its founders on the 10th anniversary of this important institution. La Plaza celebrates the cultural influence of Mexicans, Mexican Americans, and all Latinos in Los Angeles. And special congratulations to John Echeveste for his leadership and dedication to La Plaza, and to all the honorees this evening. Happy retirement, John.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Linda. Now on to another very special part of the evening. Walmart is proud to be a long-term partner with La Plaza and to serve tonight as the entertainment sponsor. I'm personally pleased to have this opportunity to present someone who comes from Mexican musical royalty. Her grandfather, Pedro Infante, from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, and her father, Pedro Infante Jr., defined the Mexican rancheras and were constant in my household growing up. They are as beloved today as they were then. Lupita Infante has now picked up the mantle and developed her own musical style that pays tribute to her father and to her grandfather, elevated further with strong messages of female empowerment. We are now very happy to present the two-time Grammy-nominated recording artist Lupita Infante, accompanied by Mariachi Lindas Mexicanas. Enjoy.
Eso mero. Buenas noches. He venido de tierras lejanas, he venido para demostrar que aunque pobre me sobran las ganas, por eso mismo me voy a emborrachar. Se me fue de mi lado ese ingrato, se me fue y no lo puedo olvidar. Su recuerdo a veces me mata, pero soy hembra y la tengo que aguantar. ¿Cómo dice? Que sirvan las otras copitas de mezcal. Que al fin nada ganamos con ponernos a llorar. Que sirvan las otras copitas de mezcal. Y al fin nada ganamos con ponernos a llorar. Ahora pues, chiquitita.
Échale bonito, chiquitita.
Van a pensar que soy borracha. Borrachita de tequila llevo siempre el alma mía. Para ver si se me calma de esta cruel melancolía. Me dicen la tequilera como si fuera de pila. Porque a mí me bautizaron con un trago de tequila. Pues qué le de hacer, pues qué le de hacer. Dicen por la borrachera, dicen todo.
¿Qué cosa, Lupita?
Pero no todo.
Pues más o menos, ¿cuánto, chiquitita?
Pues más o menos le di la casa y el perro y todo.
Mírala, mírala.
La perdí. Eso, pero échale bonito. Lindas mexicanas. Eso. Ay, qué bonita la fiesta, charra fiesta del sol. No. De los charros valientes traen con su catón la vocación. Jaripeo que huele a surco y a tradición, remedio de la faena más campirana de mi nación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánto su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Yupa, yupa, yupa. Yupa, yupa, yupa. Quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Yupa, yupa, yupa. Yupa, yupa, yupa. Quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Ay, 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 que laureles tan verdes, que flores tan encendidas. Si piensas abandonarme mejor, quítame la vida, alza los ojos a verme. Si no estás comprometido, eres rosa de Castilla, que solo en mayo se ve. Quisiera hacerte un invite, pero la verdad no sé si tienes quien te lo evite. Mejor me separaré. Eso por ahí va la despedida, chinito, por tus quereres. La bendición de los hombres son mis lindas mexicanas. Y aquí se acaba cantando los versos de los laureles. Eso mero. First off, thank you so much for the invitation. John and the whole team here at La Plaza. It's such a pleasure to be here. amongst, I see very important people. So it's such an honor for me to be here tonight. Thank you very much. Y gracias también a las lindas mexicanas por acompañarme, porque sin estas artistas aquí detrás de mí, nosotros acá no somos nada. Una canción que mi abuelito Pedro Infante hizo muy famosa, y I had the privilege to sing this song on the Latin Grammys as a homage for my grandfather Pedro Infante. Amorecito corazón, yo tengo tentación de un beso que se prenda en el calor de nuestro gran amor, mi amor. Yo quiero ser un solo ser, un ser contigo. Te quiero ver en el querer para soñar, en la dulce sensación de un beso mordelón. Quisiera, amorecito corazón, decirte mi pasión por ti. Compañeros en el bien y el mal, ni los años nos podrán pesar. Amorcito corazón, serás mi amor.
Ay. Ay, amor. Ay, mis lindas.
En la dulce sensación de un beso mordelón, quisiera, amorcito corazón, decirte mi pasión por ti. Compañeros en el bien y el mal, ni los años nos podrán pesar. Amorcito corazón, serás mi amor. Muchísimas gracias. Y sé que vamos un poco atrasados, así que whoever is my boss tonight, you let me know when I need to get off the stage. ¿Le seguimos? ¡Paramos! ¡Eso! Morena, cielito lindo, bien en negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Y ese lunar que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. A ver, todos. Ay, 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 ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Los hombres. Eso. Cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Eso, pero sí les dieron bien de tomar, ¿verdad? Se oye que están alegres. Y arriba los alegres. Y arriba las mujeres. Este amor apasionado anda todo alborotado por volver. Uno de los míos. Voy camino a la locura y aunque todo me tortura, sé querer. Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero me llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón, le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. A ver, todas las mujeres, a la una, a las dos y a las... Y volver, volver, volver. Ahora le vamos a dar chance a los hombres. Y en tono de mujer para que se truenen. A la una, a las dos y a las... A ver el tono. Y volver. ¿Listos? Y volver, acá arriba, ¿eh? ¿Sí alcanzan? A ver. Y volver. Close enough. A la una y a las dos. Y volver. ¡Ay, ay, ay! A tus brazos otra vez. Llegaré hasta donde yo sé perder, quiero volver, volver, volver. Y no vuelves porque no quieres, porque te pegan, chiquitito. Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero me llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón, le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. Bueno, todos de una vez. Y volver, volver. Tus brazos otra vez. Llegaré hasta donde estés. Yo sé perder. Quiero volver, volver, volver. Eso. Gracias. ¿Le seguimos? Gracias. nos vamos a querer toda la vida. Si nos dejan, nos vamos a vivir a un mundo nuevo. Yo creo podemos ver el nuevo amanecer de un nuevo día. Yo pienso que tú y yo podemos ser felices todavía. Si nos dejan, buscamos un rincón cerca del cielo. Si nos dejan, haremos con las nubes terciopelo. Y ahí, juntitos los dos, cerquita de Dios, será lo que soñamos. Si nos dejan, te llevo de la mano, corazón, y ahí nos vamos. Ay, ay. Si nos dejan, buscamos un rincón cerca del cielo. Si nos dejan, haremos con las nubes terciopelo. Y ahí, juntitos los dos, cerquita de Dios, será lo que soñamos. Si nos dejan, te llevo de la mano, corazón, y ahí nos vamos. Si nos dejan, de todo lo demás nos olvidamos. Si nos dejan, si nos dejan. Eso me
¡Bravo! ¡Qué bonito!
¿Seguimos? Bueno, tengo una canción muy especial para ustedes, pero voy a tomar agua. Rapidito.
Mejor un mezcal.
Es que no ofrecieron tequila.
Ándale.
Ahorita me llegan como 4 copas. No, no es cierto, ¿eh?
Somos 9.
Somos 9. Bueno, les quiero cantar una canción muy especial. Es una canción que yo escribí con Erika Vidrio. I co-wrote this song with a prominent songwriter in regional Mexican music. There's not many women in my genre who are incredible composers like Erika Vidrio. So we co-wrote this song together, and we changed, I guess, the gender roles. I don't know, it gets complicated when you try to analyze it, but I just wanted to take a serenade to my love. So this is Serenata.
Ay, ay, ay.
¿Dónde están las mujeres enamoradas?
Ay.
Las que se atreven a llevarle serenata. Aquí. Que lleven la serenata y que el hombre pague, ¿verdad? No es normal que te traiga serenata, pero ya mi corazón no puede más. No me importa lo que digan tus vecinos, no entenderán lo que sentimos. Un te amo por mensaje es muy frío, Lo antiguo siempre gana en el amor. Con mariachi gritaré que eres mío. Para querer tengo mi estilo. Eres tú lo más grande de mi vida. Es chiquito el mundo si me miras. He venido a recordarte que te amo, como no te lo imaginas. Eres tú lo más grande de mi vida. I forgot my own lyrics. Cántamela, Sunny. Anyways. ¿Quién dijo que las mujeres no llevan serenata? ¡Échale bonito! ¡Ay, ay, ay! Eres tú lo más grande de mi vida. Es chiquito el mundo si me miras. He venido a recordarte que te amo, como no te lo imaginas. Eres tú la pasión que no se acaba. De tus besos estoy enamorada. No te asustes si a tu casa se aparece cantando una dama. ¿Quién dijo que las mujeres no llevan serenata? Muchísimas gracias. Mariachi lindas mexicanas.
Salucita.
Am I supposed to like? Gracias. Ahí nomás. Bueno, muchísimas gracias. John, I feel weird saying thank you with the bottle of tequila in my hand.
I'll take it.
I'll be back for that. I just want to say thank you one more time to the Plaza, and I know there's a big team behind it. Congratulations to all the honorees and everybody who was up here, and the founders, John, and of course to Mariachi Lindas Mexicanas. Muchísimas gracias.
Te queremos mucho, Lupita. Gracias. Gracias a la Plaza. Thank you.
¿Quieren otra?
¿Quieren otra?
Oh, ya. ¿Cómo andamos de tiempo?
Sí, venga, venga.
I think we have to say goodnight. Bueno, un pedacito nomás, ¿verdad? Un verso. Va. Okay. Just like 1 minute. Okay.
No pasa de 1 hora, muchachos. No se apuren. Salud.
Verso, doble final. Va. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Canto al pie de tu ventana, pa' que sepas que te quiero. Tú a mí no me quieres nada, pero yo por ti me muero. Dicen que ando muy errado, que despierte de mi sueño, pero se han equivocado, porque yo he de ser tu dueño. ¿Qué voy a hacer si de veras te quiero? Ya te adoro. olvidarte no puedo. ¿Qué voy a hacer si de veras te quiero? Ya te adoré, olvidarte no puedo. Eso.
Sí, señor.
Lupita Infante, once more, let's hear for Lupita and Mariachi Lindas. Wow, you're going to be hearing a lot more from her, that's for sure. And you know, it's interesting now that we have 500 or so people living in the Plaza Village, we get complaints sometimes the next morning about all the noise that we make here. And I tell them, hey, you're getting great free entertainment, so enjoy it. It's one of the perks of living there. I just want to, we're at the end of our program now, and I want to thank Sid and Giovanna for being with us tonight. It's great to actually see them up front and in person. They did a great job, and they're both so actively involved in the community. It's really great to have them here. So Sid, Giovanna, we want to thank you, and we want to leave you with a small token of our appreciation too. So Vanessa, if you will. So thank you, Sid and Giovanna and all of ABC7. Thank you very much for all you do in the community.
John,
thank you very much.
Thank you for your 10 years of service and dedication and...
And don't give anyone
go
your
ahead.
new cell phone number. Enjoy.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Thank you, everybody, for being with me.
John and I first met, sorry, Sid, we're going to cut you off, because John and I
All right.
first met at the gym.
Right.
I was teaching aerobics
Believe it or not,
many years ago,
that's right.
and he was one of my students.
Exactly. And Giovanna was an excellent instructor, and I still can't understand why she gave up such a promising career as an aerobics instructor to go into news. I don't understand that. But
Thank you so much, John. You're awesome. Thank you.
There has to be
Thank you.
pictures somewhere.
He just outed me. Thank you, John.
I think it's time to say goodnight.
Yes.
The mayor's got a plane to catch.
Yeah, he sure does.
Let's
He's still
see.
here.
You know what? From me, que Dios se los pague for being here and supporting us. And let's hear it for another 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And if you've got kids, grandkids, young people that are in your life, bring them here. Introduce them to our culture so they get hooked on it and they could begin their stories. One of the things I'm very, very grateful for with my late parents are the stories that they told us that we're sharing with our kids. So, por la plaza, muchísimas gracias, que Dios los bendiga, and we see you next year or before for Las Posadas at La Calle Olvera across the street.
I think said it all. So thank you once again for being here tonight to celebrate La Plaza's decade and to celebrate John once again.
Thank you,
and
John.
we wish him very, much happiness in his next chapter of life. So have a good night, drive safely, and thank you once again for your support of La Plaza.
Buenas noches.
Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, y wow. What an amazing program that was. I'm not going to lie. Lupita Infante, woo, made me very, very teary-eyed this evening with all those beautiful mariachi baladas that she was singing. Thank you, Lupita Infante, Mariachi, Lindas Mexicanas, and to all of our guests that have been here, and especially to you all for joining us virtually. I just wanted to read one more comment from one of our virtual guests. Max Gallegos said, "My favorite La Plaza moment was when they hosted the 2018 World Cup viewing parties with friends and families from around LA. Watching so many kids from all walks of life was quite moving and special. La Plaza bringing people together. Goal!" I love that comment, Max. And thank you so much for all the other comments and for sharing the virtual gala that we've been having on Facebook and YouTube. Bueno, mis amigos y amigas, that concludes our program for tonight. Thank you again for joining us, and thank you for supporting La Plaza. Please remember that La Plaza is open every day except for Tuesdays, and that we have some exciting programs coming up through the end of the year. Learn more about it on the website lapca.org and on Facebook. Also, don't forget, our silent auction is closed, but you can still support by donating at any time, and let your friends know as well. This is such an amazing, great space that serves our familias. All the programs are absolutely free, so your donation will be very appreciated and definitely put to very good use. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we hope to see you very, very soon. It's not hasta luego, it's hasta pronto. And remember, you can also follow us at all the social media platforms at La Plaza LA. So, allí los vemos. Hasta pronto, amigos.